drive like that?
Sure. I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to do this when I got older.
Alright, you guys, we made it into the woods. They didn't tell you inside this is it today? That's all you guys get for 17.
You went down the dune.
Alrighty. One, leaving base, going for a dune ride. Alright, you guys, safety first across the road. Am I clear? Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be.
He's gonna randomly do that.
I know.
Be like, catch me in like.
Oh my god!
You laugh loud.
Was that her that scared me?
Yes.
Oh my god. You got her away!
I can't read.
This is America, not England.
Alright, you guys, right off the get-go, I have a couple questions for everybody. First question is, does everybody enjoy bad jokes?
Yes.
Awesome. We can all be friends today and have a good time. If anybody's thinking no in their head and said yes still, I'm sorry it's going to be a very painful ride for you guys. Second question is, does everybody know how to swim?
Yes.
Yeah, no?
Pretty good.
Ooh. Alright, we'll touch back on the swimming thing in a minute. Right here, beautiful Lake Goshorn. Great for fishing, swimming, canoeing, kayaking, all that kind of good stuff. Very deep lake, very private. Unless you rent, own, or know somebody, you're not getting access to that lake. It's a pretty cool lake though. If I run down this sand dune, take my first step into the water, it's going to be about 10 feet of water. Go a few feet further, about 30, 40 feet. Deepest spot they have found in this lake is around 150 feet deep. There's actually spots in this lake they have not found the depth of, so it is very deep. There's also an underground river that connects Lake Goshorn to Lake Michigan. Runs right underneath the dunes. Fish and turtle primarily use it, and kind of use Lake Goshorn as a breeding ground. Pretty cool though. Yeah. With the fact that there is an underground river, you guys notice I don't wear a seatbelt. That's for a reason. That's why you guys, my buggy happens to crash into that underground river. I'm not a captain, this isn't my boat, and I do know how to swim, so I'm going to boogie on out if that happens. For you guys that don't know how to swim or can't get out of the seatbelt, the best advice I have for you guys is seats will work great as a flotation device. Just got to figure out how to get them off the buggy. Alrighty? And no, I don't have a toolbox up here, so hopefully there's a MacGyver in the group if that happens. You guys ready to go? Alrighty. Leaving first. Alright, hands up in the air! You're okay.
My hair is like,
No, no more pictures of that.
Great job!
hair is like all my face. Darn bangs. Whoa.
Can't get away from it. Coming up on my left, the Michigan State tree, the orange barrel. Everybody say hi to our business man Fred.
What is that? That's your friend.
Fred really digs into his work. He gets a little bit over his head sometimes, you guys. Anybody want to take a wild guess what his favorite thing to eat for lunch is? Sandwiches, correct. Back in the 1860s, a big fire happened in a big major city. Anybody have an idea what that was?
Chicago.
Great Chicago Fire. Great Chicago Fire happened. They needed lumber to build back the city, so they came into this area, logged off all the trees, and didn't plant anything in return. Topsoil blew away, and sand started blowing in about 7 feet a year off the lake. Covered up Lake Goshorn. Lake Goshorn actually used to extend to about where Fred is. And also a little town called Singapore. Singapore is the town buried beneath the sand, right over that tree line over there. Wanted to compete with Chicago, Milwaukee, and all that to be the next leading shipping town, but that never happened because they did get covered up with sand. Beneath the sand is still a sawmill, a 3-story motel, a few homes, a church, and a cemetery. Once we get up to the top, if you guys would like me to point where it is, I can do so. If not, it is fine too. It is your vacation. The grass that you guys see here is Ceotomarum grass. It was planted here in the 1960s by Michigan State University. They came out here, planted every plug by hand every 4 to 5 feet. Took them 2 years to do it. They also planted those trees up there. Those are Austrian pines. The reason they did that is to protect the area from wind and snow during the winter. They didn't want the drifting snow ripping up the grass. Worked quite well. Grass is sticking around. We're getting topsoil back in the dunes, getting pine trees back in a sand dune, which is pretty cool. You can still see some stumps from when they logged off the area. Up there, 350 feet above Lake Michigan, that's where we're stopping next. Great spot to run the dunes, great spot for
leaving the old depot.
Alrighty, you guys ready to make it up there?
Awesome.
We're just gonna stay in this truck.
Second. Can you hear me, Ian?
Where?
Hand to hand. Awesome, thanks, man.
Alrighty, you guys, we're going to be here for 2 hours. Hope you packed your lunch. If anybody wants to run up and down the dune right over there, it makes a big horseshoe, comes back around. Right over here, it's a great spot for photos and all that. Feel free to take off your shoes.